Hi everybody, this is Momo, and today I'm going to be making a card. I did a question on Facebook as to what you guys wanted me to make today, and a few of you guys had said a recipe card, and that is such a good idea, but I don't have any kind of food or kitchen or, I don't have like from my kitchen or the one with all the fruits and the vegetables and stuff. I can't even remember the name of it. Preserves cartridge or anything like that. So what I did was I'm going to order it from my kitchen, and I should have it soon because I'm bidding on something on eBay. So when I get it in, I promise you guys I'll make a little like either a recipe mini, or I'll make like a little set of recipe cards for you guys. So if you guys can just hold on until I get it, I promise I'll make it for you guys. But I thought that was an awesome idea, and I've been wanting from my kitchen forever, so I thought it was the perfect opportunity to get it. But what I am going to be making today is this card, and I basically welded a cupcake and a rectangle together, and this rectangle is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then I got the cupcake at 4 1/4 from Sweet Treats, and I welded it together. So this video is going to have a mini design studio tutorial at the end for those of you who want to make this card or maybe do it with a different shape. So I am going to go ahead and I've already gone ahead and scored it down, so that's done. And then the layers that I cut out were, I did the cupcake in the blackout feature, which I'm going to put on top, and I did just the little cupcake holder in this pattern paper, and both of these were cut out at 4 1/4. Now this cupcake normally comes with a flower, but I didn't want to do the flower. I wanted to do an actual little prima flower, and I'm going to put the sentiment here at the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. This is going to be a really simple one. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere the cupcake holder onto the blackout feature, and I'm going to be putting it on some pop dots. So I've gone ahead and put my pop dots on the back of my cupcake holder, and I'm just going to pop dot it up to my little blackout feature, and I think that gives it some really cute dimension. And then I'm going to put some ATG on the back of my cupcake, and I'm going to adhere this down straight onto our little cupcake that we welded onto our card. Now the cupcake that I welded onto the card is the shadow feature of the Sweet Treats, so that's why it has the border, and I think that that's perfect for when you're doing this kind of a card. And then I didn't think that it stood out enough, so I got just a white sheet of paper, and this is cut out at 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm just going to adhere this straight to the center here on the inside of our card, and that will make it stand out much better. And I'm just going to get some glue dots here to adhere our flower. And I'm going to put it here towards the top. And then I'm going to get one of these Martha Stewart pearls and put it at the center. And that's perfect there. And then what I'm going to do is I have some zip dry, and I'm just going to put a few dots of it here for my sprinkles. And the reason I'm using zip dry is because the paper that I'm gluing on, this white paper that I use for the cupcake, is sort of it's like a pearlized kind of paper, so the zig two-way doesn't work so well. There we go. And then I'm gonna get my quick stick, and this is just a little tool that Becky got me, one of my YouTube friends. And basically what it does is it has like a little sticky tack at the bottom, and it just sticks, and it makes it easier to get the little pieces to stick. So I'm just putting my sprinkles on. Oh, it just came to me that I did my sprinkles like perfectly even. That's horrible. Let me see if I can put another one up here just to offset it. grab another sprinkle, and the sprinkles are part of the same cut of the cupcake. Okay, that's perfect. And then what I'm going to do next is, I have some adhesive here. Let me get my adhesive remover. There we go. I'm going to get my silver gel pen, and I'm going to do stitching all the way around on the shadow of the cupcake, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I did my stitching, and that adds just a little something to our card there. And our last step is I have 2 pieces of cardstock. This is the same blue as the card base, and this is cut out at 1 by 2, and this is 1 1/4 by 2 1/4. And what I'm going to do is stamp using this is the Versamark, and I always use the Dazzle one because it gives it a little bit of extra shimmer. And I'm going to get my stamp, and it says, "Hey Cupcake." And this is from the Scrappy Mom Sweet Something stamp set, and I'll put the link at the bottom where you guys can purchase these stamps that I have been using. And we're just going to stamp here using our Versamark. And then I'm going to get my white embossing powder and my little embossing buddy that I got at Michael's or Joann's. I think it was Joann's. I'm just going to put some white embossing powder on there and flick off the excess. If you have, a lot of people ask me how I get the embossing powder only on the stamped image, and that's just to use a dryer towel. It takes away the static and lets it stamp only on the stamped image. So I'm going to heat emboss. I'm going to heat up my gun and emboss it, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I used my heat gun and I embossed "Hey Cupcake," and I'm going to mat it onto this silver cardstock. And then I'm going to adhere this onto my cupcake. And I'm just going to sort of slip it under these flowers here. Put it right there. And there we go. That's our card. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had made 2 other ones previous to this one. I just wanted to make some cupcake cards, but that were a little fancier instead of like the regular very bright, fun kind of cupcake card. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I'm going to have the mini design studio tutorial at the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the recipe cards. Bye! For those of you who stuck around for the design studio mini tutorial, this is what you're going to start with, and we're going to go to George and Basic Shapes just to get our rectangle for our card base. And then we're going to come over here to Shape Properties. It's already 4 1/4, which is perfect, and now we want to put this at 5 1/2. And that's going to convert it to a standard size card base. And we're just going to move it down just a bit to make sure that it cuts. And then what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down here and go to Sweet Treats. And this is the cupcake that I want to use. It's the 3rd cupcake. And we're going to press Shift. And we're going to press, no Shift. Just this button right here, which is the shadow blackout feature. And I wanted my cupcake to be 4 1/4. So that's the size that I have here. Then I'm just going to move this down. And as you can see, if we weld it here, it's only going to be a very small piece. So what I did was I tilted my cupcake just enough where the flat edge would be on the card base, and then I'm just going to move it over very, very slightly. And then we're going to come over here, press Weld. We're going to click on our card base and click Weld. And then we're just going to test it out by clicking on our little eyeball over here, and it's perfectly welded. And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little mini tutorial and hope it helps. Thanks for watching. Bye now.